So what we're going to talk about is America's greatest fears when traveling to Asia. Number one, is it the bugs? No, not really. I think the bugs are real, but they're not a great fear. It's the bum gun. In America, we don't use this. All we use is toilet paper. And you know what? If you really think about it, hygienically, you're smearing stuff. It takes a lot of work to get it off. So instead, we use the bum gun here in well, scratch that. They use the bum gun. It's a scary thing. I don't know if I can. So in this video, we're gonna do a demonstration on how to properly use the bum gun. Now, what I thought is I'd get Kathy to model this. It didn't work out. I thought it would, but no.
Put on a thong and demonstrate the bum gun? Are you nuts?
So instead, we're gonna have to talk through this and do a little bit of imagination. Let's give it a go. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the history. If you think about Europe, they've been using something called a bidet now for, I don't know how long, a long time. Never used one, but I've seen them. But here, it's a little bit more aggressive. The bum gun does not have the refinement of the bidet. It is a little bit, aggressive. Yeah, I think that's the best word. Well, we avoided using this, even when we had Bali belly. We were like, I don't know, I'm afraid of it. It might hurt, it might not work. But let me just tell you, it's probably one of the best things that we've come across while being here in Bali. Now, the hardest part about it is how to use it. Obviously, we've never used one back home, and there's no real diagrams on the wall. But that's what this video is going to help you know, how to use the bum gun appropriately. Also, I want you to think about this in the end. There's more than one way to use it. Not just for the bum gun, but some other things I'll show you. It's kind of fun.
Put on a thong and demonstrate the bum gun? Are you nuts?
So let's talk about the why here in Bali are we using a bum gun. Well, part of it is just bad plumbing, to be honest with you. The toilets themselves don't have a ton of power to actually flush anything down, and you end up plugging up their systems. So they've come up with this booby right here, the gun bum. You'll notice it's basically a garden sprayer hooked to a hose, hooked to the cold water. Now, got to think about that, because in different areas, that water may be different temperatures. All right, so we're gonna do a little test run to kind of show you the why. A little wad of toilet paper, we're gonna assume it's used, drop it in the toilet like that, and we're gonna flush the toilet. This could be a problem. As you can see, toilet plumbing here isn't great. And if some of you, kind of like me, you might plug that up in a hurry. So, let's try number 2.
Really? Number 2?
Okay, let's not try number 2.
Let's not demonstrate that one.
So, we're gonna go for this puppy because it's got a little bit more power.
Imagine that on your tushy. Clean it off better than a wad of toilet paper. It's like a shower. It's a personal shower for the tushy.
So, first thing about the bum gun that we need to remember is there's a valve to control it. Pressure is your friend or your enemy. How much pressure do you need to get clean versus how much pressure do you need to hit the roof? So down here on the bottom, right here, there's a little valve. You can turn and adjust. When I turn it all the way to that way, take a look.
It's off.
There's nothing coming out. Turn it all the way back. It sprays. About halfway in between. Comfy relief. All right, so that's how the bum gun is set up to work, right? Now, how do we use it? This becomes a little bit tricky. Hi there. 2 points of entry for the bum gun. When using, one can go from the rear. Now, I want you to think about this. You can no longer feel or see which way it's pointing. So, you could catch water in places where you were not expecting. And the aim may be just a little off and getting used to. Now, if you're a man and you're doing the rear entry point, I would like to stress if you're older or a proud lad, you might be careful on your aim, because if you're aiming too far forward, you're gonna miss the purpose and hit the boys. They might be a little upset. So for those of you fitting those two categories, you may want to try the front entry. The front entry requires a little bit of movement of the equipment and coming in underneath. It might work a little bit better for you guys. Now, for girls, just think about which way you're spraying stuff. If you're going from the front spraying back versus going from the back spraying stuff forward, that might create a few problems too. So, in general, what I have found is that if you can come in through the front, it is more comfortable and a little bit easier to operate than going in from the back. The other thing is, when you're coming in from the front and you got a nice round seal around the lid like that, you're not spraying stuff up your back. It happens. You get a little bit of this lean forward stuff. You got to make sure you got that butt seal going. Okay? Now, that's the two appropriate ways to use a bum gun, I think. Now again, what the heck do I know? I'm an American. I'm just learning. Okay, so what do you do after you've used a bum gun? Because now you're a little wet between the cheeks. What do? Well, that's where you use the toilet paper. But here's the thing. Now you're all clean. And so, pat dry, yay, and throw away in the trash can. Also, if you're one of those people that's a little kind of about wet toilet paper, because you're patting dry, it's going to kind of wad up. It feels kind of weird. I know that seems like the weirdest thing in the world, doesn't it? But the honest truth is, it's kind of like you just got out of the shower. Your friend may be a towel. It may not be. You may choose to use the wet toilet paper. I don't know. But you know, air drying is just going to take way so long, and you're sitting here and your wife's like, aren't you ready to go yet? My wife would never be like that, of course. If you're bored and you're sitting on the toilet, normally you might pull out your phone and scroll or read. Why do that? You got a toy. Use it. You got target practice. You can shoot at things. In Bali, we have bugs everywhere. And in this particular hotel, we got centipedes. So, one of the fun things to do with the bum gun? Take aim and try to wash them down the drain. You can wash down your shower. Keep it nice and clean if they haven't been in to clean your room for a while. There you go, little buggy. You know, have some fun with it. I got a couple other things you can do while you're not preoccupied on the toilet. Let's just say you've been out snorkeling all morning. You get back, your gear's kind of dirty and sandy. It's in your bag, but you want to clean it off. Hey, guess what? Pick that gear up, bring it on over to the bum gun. Look at that. Then you can just kind of hang it up here in the shower and move on to your next piece, like a fin. It's so much better because the whole shower isn't running, getting you soaking wet. And you can just kind of hang things up, keep them drying. Now, what if you ordered room service and they haven't come quite early and you want to make sure you don't get ants in your room while you're gone? Well, it's simple.
Wait, we already have ants in our room.
You don't want more ants in your room. Take the bum gun. Hey, rinse off your dishes. It's okay. It's in the shower, just kind of This thing's on down the drain. Finally, in those very desperate moments when your wife, who's not being depicted quite, right, is in the shower and she's yelling at you, hurry up, you gotta hurry up and get ready. You can come in, use that bum gun to wash your hair. See, anything can happen when you're prepared. And the bum gun is what can get you prepared to take on life. It's a great thing to use. I hope this has been educational. I hope you've learned something. And you know what? Don't forget, like, subscribe, and I look forward to you learning more things from us here at Taste Life with Us.